Good morning, everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, cold as hell outside, but still, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I hope everyone's going to have a great weekend. There's a bit of a thread going around right now, ranking the Beatles albums, re-ranking the Beatles albums, because everyone's probably ranked them at one time or another. I'm sure I have probably done it 10 times. I'm not sure how long it's been since I've done it, but I'm jumping on this because I don't like the way people are ranking these albums, but I'm just teasing everyone. They're all great, so it's hard not to. It's hard to. You can put them in any order you want. They're all great, but my ranking is definitely the definitive one. So, um, Sam St. John and Steve from All the World's a Stage. I believe they were the first two to get this going. I watched Aaron Mutha Alamar's. Um, Aaron did it a bit different. He included some of the North American releases, which was cool. And Rich Strickler, I watched his. I think they're the only ones I've watched so far. One comment I want to make is Sam decided to leave out Yellow Submarine because he didn't consider it a real Beatles album. But my argument is if you're going to leave out Yellow Submarine, you got to leave out Magical Mystery Tour because it's not a real Beatles album either. The Beatles never intended it to be an album. It was an EP. Someone on Capitol Records jumped on it, decided to do a money grab, added some of the singles like Strawberry Fields and whatever, turned it into an album. It became way more popular than the EP, and then it became part of the Beatles canon afterwards. So the Beatles really had nothing to do with that. And so I'm including both. Because if you're going to include one, you got to include the other. So let's get started. All 13 albums, official released albums, are in this ranking. Number one, and they're all great. So, Please Please Me. What a debut album. Fantastic. And there's so many great songs on here, starting off with that countdown to and when I saw her standing there. Um, Please Please Me's on here. Love Me Do's on here. P.S. I Love You. Twist and Shout. Um, Amazing debut album, but I'm putting it at the end of the pile at number 13. Number 12, the aforementioned Yellow Submarine. This goes before Please Please Me because of the strong songs that are on here. There's three of them that are incredible as far as I'm concerned. Hey Bulldog, one of my favorite Beatles songs. It's All Too Much, and Only a Northern Song. I love those songs. So those three catapult this over the Please Please Me album. Number 11, Let It Be. I know this is getting a lot more respect and attention since the Peter Jackson film, but it's still the Let It Be album that our friend Phil Spector crapped all over. I wished he'd have left a lot of it alone. Some of it sounds good, some of it just doesn't. The Long and Winding Road with those syrupy strings is the one in particular that gets my goat. But anyway, I mean, there's some great songs on here. The Two of Us, I've Got a Feeling, One After 909. This would have been a much better album if Don't Let Me Down was included. Next on the list at number 10, I believe, Beatles for Sale. Love this album. Boy, the Beatles look kind of tired and miserable on the front of that, especially George. Look, he just looks like, can we please just stop this Beatlemania stuff? Great gatefold. Oh, No Reply, I'm a Loser. Great start for original songs and Babies in Black before they start doing the covers like Rock and Roll Music, Chuck Berry's song. I'll Follow the Sun's a great song. I love their version of Words of Love, the Buddy Holly song. 8 Days a Week's on here. I Don't Want to Spoil the Party's on here. I mean, there's some great stuff on this album. But number 10. Number 9. Again, the aforementioned Magical Mystery Tour. No, everybody says side one is the incredible side. I agree with "I Am the Walrus" being the incredible song on that side. But after that, man, I'll take "Hello Goodbye," "Strawberry Fields," "Penny Lane," "Baby You're a Rich Man," "All You Need Is Love," "Any Day of the Week" is side two. But side one has the original songs from the film, so I understand. But "I Am the Walrus," one of my favorite Beatles songs on this album. That's number 9. Number 8, probably get slammed for this one. The White Album. Love the White Album. I even listen to Revolution number 9. I don't skip songs on records. Yeah, the White Album. What can you say? It's a kind of a hodgepodge. It should never have worked, but it works. Number 7, I think I'm at, unless I'm losing count. I love this album. Rich ranked it really low. I think Rich, this might have been his, I don't know if it was his lowest ranked album, but I love With the Beatles. I know it's got a lot of covers on it, but they're great covers. Come on, man. Please, Mr. Postman, and You Really Got a Hold on Me are two of the most fantastic performances by the Beatles. Oh, man. Especially You Really Got a Hold on Me. And Money. I know Sam mentioned he doesn't like Money, but listen to John's vocals in that. They just rock out with that song. It Won't Be Long. All My Lovin's on here. I think that's a great album. Great, great record. Next, number 6, I hope. Hard Day's Night. Fantastic. One of my favorite Beatles songs is a song from this album. You Can't Do That. I've just always loved that song. And it's on this album. I think this album is just strong from start to finish. Hard Day's Night's a great song. I should have known better. If I Fell. And I Love Her's on here. Tell Me Why. Can't Buy Me Love. Anytime at All. Things We Said Today. I mean, this is just packed full of great Beatles songs. Fantastic album. Number 5. Help. Another album that's just packed full of great songs. And I love the movie. Help. The Night Before. You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. I Need You. Another Girl. You're going to Lose That Girl. Ticket to Ride. Another one of my favorite Beatles songs. Act Naturally. It's Only Love. You Like Me Too Much. Tell Me What You See. I've Just Seen a Face, which is a bluegrass song, by the way. Yesterday, and Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Fantastic record. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So this is number 4. Abbey Road is number 4. One of the best albums ever made, and it's only number 4. That just shows how great this band is. Number 3, Revolver. Sorry, Steve. Steve from All the World's a Stage doesn't like Revolver. That's like saying you don't like licorice. Revolver, what a cover, what a great album. Great remix they did last year. But Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Love to You, Here, There, and Everywhere, which was my wedding song. Even Yellow Submarine I appreciate more. She Said, Good Day Sun, the side 2 is freaking amazing. Good Day Sunshine and Your Bird Can Sing, For No One, Dr. Robert, I Want to Tell You, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Tomorrow Never Knows. I mean, wow. That side 2 is incredible. Sam ranked this really low, and I just wanted to jump through the screen and slap him in the back of the head. And I'm not a violent man. Rubber Soul. What a cover. I love that cover. Might be my favorite Beatle cover. They just look so cool on that cover. Come on, Drive My Car starts it off. If you ever see McCartney in concert, he always does Drive My Car. Norwegian Wood. You Won't See Me Nowhere, Man. Girl, I'm Looking Through You. In My Life, one of John's greatest compositions. If I Needed Someone, oh man, this is a great record. Fantastic. And number 1, there's only one number 1. There's only one number 1 album in the world. It's the greatest album ever made. Last night, I haven't been playing, actually, to be honest, I haven't been playing the Beatles that much over the past month or two, and I was talking to Sam and Rob in our live chats about that. I was starting to question my love of the Beatles because I've been ignoring them for a while. And this thread has kind of got me back into Beatledom. And last night, 10 o'clock, Lynn goes to bed, and I go, I'm going to go downstairs and throw on the headphones. And I put on Sergeant Pepper. And it just reaffirmed to me how incredible this album is. It just, McCartney's bass playing on this album is incredible. You listen to this on headphones and listen to all the different instruments, and I mean, just dig deeper than just the surface sound of the songs. Like, listen to every instrument, and oh man, it's a masterpiece, man. This is the greatest album ever, ever, ever. Number one. I'll never change my mind. Fantastic. People are saying it's outdated now. There's no friggin' way. It is a masterpiece. Man, I was really, I was blown away by Paul's bass playing on this album last night. That's what I was really into. Anyway, that's my ranking. You guys, I was teasing you. You all did a great job. And I hope everyone continues this ranking thing, and we'll see what happens. But it'd be neat to formulate them all and see who gets number one votes and stuff. But anyway, have a great weekend. We'll talk soon.